welcome to one and all. I'm Shreya Prabhu back with another episode of Incredible Goan Stories. Today we are here to speak with one of Goa's budding entrepreneur and fashion designer, Ms Akshada Counto. She's a self-made fashion designer born and brought up in Goa who started her journey into the fashion world in 2017. And within a very short span of time, she also set up her own fashion studio in Panaji. I also want to mention that the outfit I'm wearing right now is designed by none other than Goa's own talented Ms Akshada Counto. So let's go inside and find out what she has to say more about her journey. Good day, Ms Akshada. I would request you to now kindly introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us more about your journey into the fashion industry and what or who inspired you in this journey.
Hi Shreya, thank you for coming over. Well, I have always been based in Panaji right from the beginning, and fashion actually has maybe come to me right from my childhood, I would say. So that's how I have been a fashion designer, because it was always there on my mind right from my childhood. And but it's just that I never had any special education or degree in fashion designing. I'm actually a commerce graduate with a specialization in management, but I always wanted to be a fashion designer, and it was always on my mind. But due to certain circumstances, it just didn't happen. But since it was always on my mind, and I after a point, I got married, I had my kids, and my focus was on my family and upbringing of my children. And now that they have grown up, I really thought I have enough of time to follow my passion and get into this business, because this really requires a lot of time and you have to give your 100% to it.
Ma'am, how did your learning process begin, or was there anything or anyone who helped you in this process?
So I think it all began when I was like a small girl, because I had seen my mom. She would always design my clothes, because in Goa back then you didn't really have any you didn't really have designers, or even the ready-made clothes were not really available so much in Goa, as per your choice. So that's when my mom was a very talented lady, and she would herself design my clothes and she would stitch it up for me. And I think somewhere there I also began my liking towards this designing or stitching or whatever it is, because I remember when she would stitch a dress for me, from the cutouts, I would stitch the dresses for my, I would do the handmade dresses for my dolls. So probably it always started back there, And as far as being influenced, I think I was always fashion conscious for my own self. So I would always give my designs to my designers anytime I would go for, customization or whatever it is. Since I was not, I didn't have any background of designing or fashion designing, anything as such. I took help of some of my designer friends who have been into this business for quite a long time, and they really helped me out with with the basic know-hows and to source out the raw materials or whatever the other requirements that goes into this process.
Ma'am, we would also like to know if you faced any hurdles when pursuing your dream, your passion.
Definitely, because Goa being a small place, and we are not really so much equipped with raw materials or production houses here. I have to source out all my raw materials from outside Goa. So initially it was very difficult for me, because I had to travel out of Goa, visit different places, different suppliers, and really choose the perfect fabrics and the purest fabrics. So all that thing took a little time for me. And also karigars, we don't really get karigars very easily here in Goa. So your master is there, your tailor is there, your embroidery people, your karigars are there. So all those people, to source them out, that also took me a while. Over the period of last 3-4 years, I have learned, about what kind of fabrics I really want and where those fabrics are available, or the other raw materials also, about the availability of the raw materials. Because initially when I started, I really had to travel very often. I had to go to different places just to get the right raw materials that I wanted for myself and for my designs. But now over a period of time, I have built a good rapport with my suppliers, and they supply whatever that I need. So and with the WhatsApp and all these online things coming in, it gets easier for me to procure the raw materials. So that way I'm at a little ease. But in Goa, I would still say that we lack a lot of resources, and that is what makes us dependent on the other states.
Ma'am, when you launched your label Akshada Counto, I want to know which segment of society did you focus on, and
Is your clothing affordable to all segments of society?
So my designs are basically meant for the upmarket and the mid section as well. Since as I mentioned to you earlier that we use only pure fabrics and fabrics that are more natural. So because of that, the costing of the fabric goes a little higher as compared to the synthetics which a lot of other designers or the local brands use. So keeping that in mind, people who are fashion conscious, who are conscious about sustainability, those are the clienteles that we normally have.
Ma'am, you're very well known for your exclusive designs and your materials. So would you like to elaborate on it and tell our viewers about your concept of design?
Yeah, so Shreya, we when I started this my own label Akshada Counto, I was very particular that I would be using and focusing on using pure fabrics because they are more sustainable and they are more friendly with the nature. So, and also people who are fashion conscious, or they believe in going in for natural fabrics. So most of my designs, if you see, we use pure fabrics like pure silks or linens or pure cottons or organic cottons. And also our designs are not really repeated. Like the exclusivity of my designs is that we don't repeat the designs. So whatever that you see in my store or whatever that you see being customized for my clients, you will never see that being repeated on any other clientele or in my store ever again. Because I feel being a designer, I have to give that exclusivity to my clients, and Goa being a very small place, it's the same crowd that comes into the picture or the socializing circle every now and then. So I would not want somebody wearing a green color and another one coming in a red color dress, or somebody wearing a large size and another lady popping in with a small size of the same design. So that is what the exclusivity of Akshada Counto is. Our designs are made out of pure fabrics and they are one piece.
Lastly, ma'am, I want to ask you what fashion means to you. If you can tell our viewers what is fashion.
Fashion to me is being into your skin, because I think it's very important to be comfortable in what you're wearing. It is not necessary that you copy somebody or you go in with a trend just because something is in the fashion. You should also look good in that, and more important is that you should feel comfortable in that. So I think fashion is a way of who you are and to represent what you are and who you are. So fashion to me is comfort first.
Ma'am, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I would like to congratulate you for your amazing work with the purest fabrics and your authentic design. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya, for coming over, and it was lovely meeting you. Thanks so much.
So that was Ms Akshada Counto, and now we all know what she had to say about fashion and her studio. Pure fabrics, authentic designs, every design an exclusive piece of creation for the buyer. Let us know in the comment section below if you visited Akshada Counto yet. If not, what are you waiting for? Go visit her store today and buy yourself an outfit like I have. Until then, stay tuned, stay safe, thank you and goodbye.